Good day everyone. Welcome to my class. I am Mr. Michael Argizone, your teacher for understanding culture, society and politics. Our lesson for today is the starting point to the understanding culture, society, and politics. Before we proceed, let's have a short review about the different branches of social sciences. Now, let's play Wickerambula. Note, answer the following phrases from top to bottom. Let's begin. Number 1. Economics. Yes, you've got it right. It's economics. Economics is a social science discipline that concerned with the production, distribution, and consumption of goods and services. Number 2. History. Correct. It's history. History is the study of record of the past events considered together, especially events of a particular period, country, or subject. Next. Number 3. Philosophy. Aha! It's philosophy. Philosophy is a social science discipline that deals with the study of human knowledge. Number 4. Psychology. Exactly. It's psychology. Another social science discipline which concern with the study of human behavior and mental processes. Moving on. Number 5. Geography. It's geography. Geography is a social science that deals with the biological and cultural features of the Earth's surface. Number 6. Political science. Yes. It's political science. Political science definition is a social science concerned chiefly with the description and analysis of political and governmental institutions and processes. And lastly, number 7. Socio-anthro. Yes. It's sociology and anthropology. Both fields that study the human society and the human being. The main difference between sociology and anthropology is the approach adopted in each discipline. Anthropology studies cultures and their development while sociology studies the development, structure, and functions of the human society. Now that you've already familiar with the discipline of social sciences, let's proceed to this session's objectives. At the end of this session, the learners will be able to 1. Identify the meaning and nature of human cultural variation, social differences and political identities to the Philippine context. 2. Discuss the difference and attributes of human cultural variations, social differences and political identities, and 3. Illustrate and observe the relationships of human cultural variation, social differences and political identities in shaping the Filipino culture. Let's start our journey to the understanding of culture, society and politics. So sit back, relax, enjoy watching and listen to my discussion. According to Ola Joseph, diversity is not about how we differ. Diversity is embracing one another's uniqueness. What can you say about this? Note, write your thoughts on your journal writing notebook. Yes, you heard it right. Please prepare your journal writing notebook for your UCSP class. Thank you. Again. What can you say about Ola Joseph's quote on diversity? Yes. All your thoughts about diversity is right. But, to be able to fully understand these diverse cultures, we must be able to articulate observations on human cultural variation, social differences, social change, and political identities. Now, let's explore these things. Guys, I want you to look at the picture and observe. How are they different? Note. Write your answer on your journal writing notebook. Tick-tack, 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 tick-tack-toe. Answer the question on your journal writing notebook. Moving on. Evolutionary differences. Interplay of biology, environment and adaptation through time. According to Peterson et al. 2020, an ongoing debate in evolution is whether there is a distinction between macroevolution and microevolution, and if so, how to define that difference. Since the advent of molecular biology, with its insight into the molecular details of mutation, there has been a surge of thought that there is no fundamental distinction. Evolution is evolution. Understanding what is usually meant by macroevolution and microevolution is important, if only to better follow the debate. Let's see the big picture of macroevolution. Macroevolution is concerned with evolution on the grand scale, with the branching out of new species and larger groups, like families and phyla. The question is whether there are distinct events and phenomena that control evolution on this scale. The big idea behind macroevolution is that of common descent, the proposition that all life descends from a single ancestor. Meanwhile, here's the details for microevolution. Microevolution is concerned with changes on the small scale, to include changes in the frequency of individual alleles within species and populations. The pioneering inheritance studies of Gregor Mendel were microevolutionary in scope. That's too much. To make it simple, evolutionary differences varies on how do people from every societies differ from one another. Guys, look at the pictures. Are you familiar with branch of philosophy that is called aesthetics? If yes, aesthetics may be defined narrowly as the theory of beauty, or more broadly as that together with the philosophy of art. See the picture again and answer this question: how do these women differ from one another? Note. Write your thoughts on your journal writing notebook. Tic-tac tic-tac. Cultural variation. It is the rich diversity in social practices that different cultures exhibit around the world. Cultural variation refers to the differences in social behaviors that different cultures exhibit around the world. What may be considered good etiquette in one culture, and may be considered bad etiquette in another. Let's take a look to a more broad image of cultural variations. Take a look at these. A raw food called sushi. Holy cow! And pigs. What can you say about these pictures? Are they representing culture? With these pictures, what made cultures different? Note. Write your thoughts on your journal writing notebook. Tic-tac 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 tic-tac-toe. As the sheep is to Christianity, symbolic only, not as sacred as cow to Hindus, the cow is to Hinduism. Lord Krishna was a cowherd, and the bull is depicted as the vehicle of Lord Shiva. Today the cow has almost become a symbol of Hinduism. Hindus all over the world revere and worship cows. In India, the cow is a holy maternal figure revered as a symbol of the divine bounty of the earth. Japanese people show great pride in their heritage and they use their food as a form of expression in order to show their cultural heritage. Sushi is pivotal in showing the identity of the Japanese people. Various factors play a role in sushi, such as the geographical location of the country's history, its own culture, the aesthetics of the cuisine, and the global economy as well. The prohibition of pork in Islam is derived from the following verse of the glorious Quran: "Forbidden to you, for food, are, dead meat, blood, the flesh of swine, and that on which hath been invoked the name of other than Allah." Al-Quran 5-3. Aside from the verses written on the Holy Bible and Quran about pork, it really not necessary to eat too much meat from pork. It will cause us HB. Environment plus history. We are products of our natural and social environment. Environment and History is an interdisciplinary journal which aims to bring scholars in the humanities and biological sciences closer together, with the deliberate intention of constructing long and well-founded perspectives on present-day environmental problems. Variations within cultures. Cultural variation refers to the rich diversity and social practices that different cultures exhibit around the world. Cuisine and art all change from one culture to the next, but so do gender roles, economic systems, and social hierarchy among any number of other humanly organized behaviors. The following are the indicators of cultural variations. Nationality. It is the identity that is tied to being part of a nation or country. Nation. It is a group of people who share history, traditions and language. Also known as the state. Under the rule of law, Article 4, Citizenship of the Philippine Constitution of 1987, there are three ways on the acquisition of nationality. 1. If you are a natural-born citizen. A natural-born Filipino. 2. Through the process of jus soli and jus sanguinis. The Philippine nationality law is based upon the principles of jus sanguinis, Latin for right of blood, and therefore descent from a parent who is a citizen or national of the Republic of the Philippines is the primary method of acquiring Philippine citizenship. This is contrasted with the legal principle of jus soli, where being born on the soil of a country, even to foreign parents, grants one citizenship. For those born in the Philippines to non-Filipino parents, the administrative naturalization. 3. Naturalization. For those born in the Philippines to non-Filipino parents, the Administrative Naturalization Law of 2000, RA 9139, provides a path for administrative naturalization for those who qualify. Ethnicity. It comes from the Greek word ethnos, which means group, nation and people. Ethnicity refers to a smaller cultural groups or ethnic groups that share the specific environments, traditions and histories that are not necessarily subscribed to the mainstream culture. Trivia time. Did you know that the Philippines has 180 ethnic groups around the whole archipelago? Now you know. Hey guys and gals. Do examine the pictures. Do they look some kind of familiar to you? If yes, can you identify them? And where ethnic group do they belong? Note. Write your answer on your journal writing notebook. Tic-tac 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 tic-tac-toe. Social differences. It refers to gender, socio-economic status, political identity and religion. Social differences are the differences among the individuals on the basis of social characteristics and qualities are known as social differences. Social differences are the complex differences and they include class, race, culture, age, ability, sex and many more. Let's find out more as we go along. According to the WHO, 2013, gender refers to the socially constructed roles, behaviors, activities and attributes that a given society considers appropriate for men and women. Meanwhile, sex refers to biological characteristics of humans such as male or female, while gender categories are more varied to such LGBTQIA+. Sexual orientation, sexual preference, is an inherent or immutable enduring emotional, romantic or sexual attraction to other people. Heterosexual, sexually attracted to a person of the opposite sex. Homosexual, of the same sex, gay, lesbian. Bisexual, attracted to both sexes. Asexual, incapable of being attracted to any sex. Pansexual or polysexual, attracted to multiple types of gender identity. Gender identity is an individual's self-conception as a man or woman, as a boy or girl or as some combination of man and woman or as someone fluctuating between man and woman or as someone outside those categories altogether. Transgender. Social orientation is not related to their genitalia. Transsexual. Discord between internal gender and their genitalia or sexual reassignment. Socioeconomic class. Also known as socioeconomic status and often abbreviated as SES, refers to how other factors, namely occupation and education, are combined with wealth and income to rank a person relative to others in society. The following are the determinants of socioeconomic class such as income, value of assets and savings, cultural interest and hobbies, education, peers and relatives. Political identity. It refers to the set of attitudes and practices that an individual adheres to in relation to the political systems and actors within his or her society. Political identity frequently refers to a specific political party affiliation or partisan identity. Subculture. It is a segment of society that shares distinctive patterns of mores, folkways, and values which differ from the pattern or longer society. Subculture is a culture within a culture. A subculture is a group within a culture that differs from the general consensus. They have a unique set of beliefs and values that don't necessarily align with the wider culture. If you have questions regarding to our topic, feel free to ask or comment down below your question to the comment section. Thank you. Before we proceed to next topic, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Sir Artie's YouTube channel. Gracias. Note: To download the presentation, read the description below. Good day everyone. Welcome to my class. Hey! It's me again, Mr. Michael Argyzone, and still, your teacher for understanding culture, society and politics. So, let's start with our second session. For this session's objectives. At the end of the session, the learners will be able to 1. Define and explain social, cultural and political changes. 2. Recognize common concerns or events within society on the phenomenon of change. 3. Explain the concept of social and cultural change and highlight the mechanisms. And 4. Analyze social, political and cultural change within society. Let's begin. Social change versus culture change. Let's define first the meaning and nature of social change and culture change. Social change is any alteration in the cultural, structural, population, or ecological characteristics of a social system. In a sense, attention to social change is inherent in all sociological work because social systems are always in the process of change. In a layman's term, social change is the transformation of social institutions over the time. Cultural change is the modification of a society through innovation, invention, discovery, or contact with other societies and the sum of the changes that occur in a culture over time in response to various circumstances. Such changes result from contact between groups and forces within the culture. Cultural change, on the other hand, is the transformation of culture or the way people live. The following are the variations of social change. 1. Communication. Communication is a process by which information is exchanged between individuals through a common system of symbols, signs, or behavior. Also, exchange of information. Communication is a vital human process. Through communication, people exchange information and thoughts. And 2. Transnational families. According to Bryson and Vuarella, 2002, transnational families are families who live apart but who create and retain a sense of collective welfare and unity, in short, familyhood, even across national borders. To simplify, a trans fam is where one or both parents live and work in another country while the children remain in their country of origin. What is political changes? When there is a significant disruption in a government that leads to new or modified leadership or policies, we call this political change. It happens when the ruler of a country loses power when the type of governance in the country changes. Governance is a kind of system or ideology used to express authority in a country. It may be a democracy, monarchy and the likes. Determinants of political changes. 1. Local public services. Public service is a service intended to serve all members of a community. Local public services are provided by the government to people living within its jurisdiction, either directly, through the public sector, or by financing the provision of services. 2. Youth volunteerism. Volunteerism is the use or involvement of a volunteer of free labor in community services. Volunteerism brings peace and relaxation not only to the mind but also to the soul. Volunteerism in the youth. Volunteerism leading to great involvement with the community mostly bears the face of youth. Youth is a symbol for a strong, prosperous, successful and progressive nation. Mechanisms of changes. There are different mechanisms or tools involved in social and cultural changes. These are diffusion, invention, and discovery. The first mechanism of changes is called diffusion. Some sociologists have paid particular attention to how the diffusion of innovations within a social system or social organization occurs, as opposed to cultural diffusion across different groups. Diffusion is the process through which the cultural traits of one society are borrowed, transmitted and adopted by another and considered as its own. The second mechanism of changes is known as invention. According to Ogburn, 2020, considered what he termed invention a new combination of existing cultural elements to be the fundamental cause of social change and cultural evolution. Invention is the process where new cultural elements are created to solve social and cultural problem. The third and last mechanism of change is to list is called discovery. Discovery is the process where people recognize or gain a better understanding of already existing elements present in the environment. For example, when early explorers began to explore the ocean, they discovered that the Earth wasn't flat, but rather was round. To sum it up, the following are the key points of this session. 1. The meaning and nature of social and cultural change, together with their variations such as the communication and the transnational families. 2. Political change with regards to local public service and youth volunteerism. And 3. The mechanisms of changes referring to diffusion, invention, and discovery. If you have questions regarding to our topic, feel free to ask or comment down below your question to the comment section. Thank you. Before we proceed to next topic, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Sir Artie's YouTube channel. Gracias. Note: to download the presentation, read the description below. Good day everyone. Are you still with me? For the third time, welcome to my class. Hey! Yes, it's still me, Mr. Michael Argyzone, your teacher for understanding culture, society and politics. So, shall we proceed to the third and final session for this audio-visual presentation? If you're ready, comment down your full name, the name of your school, and your grade level and section. Let's continue. And for this final session, the following are the objectives. At the end of the session, you should be able to 1. Recognize the importance of the study of culture, society and politics, and 2. Identify the subjects of inquiry and goals of anthropology, political science and sociology. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy watching. Happy learning everyone. This session will introduce you to the study of culture, society, and politics. Guys, always remember these three concepts. Culture is the focus of anthropology. Society is for sociology. And politics is for political science. Got it? Again. Culture is equals for anthropology. Society is equals for sociology. And politics is equals for political science. Remember that, okay? The goal of having these disciplines is to prepare people for active and responsible civic engagement through the development of critical thought. Exposed to these areas of discipline exposes its learners to the following. 1. Social diversity and inequality. 2. Self-reflective knowledge and practice. 3. Appreciation of complexity, and 4. Advocacy for social change and order. Introduction to the discipline of anthropology. Anthropology is the study of humans' culture and their society in the past and present. Dealing with what makes us human, anthropology delves into objects and materials we have created, our interconnectedness and adaptability with environment, our lifestyle, our modes of communication and our understanding of the world around us. The word anthropology has been derived from two Greek words, anthropos, man, and logos, study or science. Anthropology is, thus, the science of man. Now, let's find out the scope of anthropology. The following are the scopes of anthropology, namely: 1. Role of biology in culture. 2. Appearance, spread and disappearance of human societies. 3. Language formation. And 4. Cultural development. Next is the goals of anthropology. 1. To describe and analyze the biological evolution of mankind. 2. To describe and assess the cultural development of our species. 3. To explain and analyze present-day human cultural similarities and differences. And 4. To describe and explain human biological diversity today, the meaning and nature of political science. Pol-sci, the systematic study of governance by the application of empirical and generally scientific methods of analysis. Political science deals with the systems of government and the analysis of political activities and political behavior. Primarily, it helps people gain an understanding of who gets what, when they get it, and how they get it. For the goals of political science. 1. For people to be immersed in current affairs. 2. To build an understanding of local, national and international politics. 3. To assist people in learning how political activities are organized in and out of our country. And 4. To provide substantially critical and scientific contribution to government and society. Sociology is the study of human social relationships and institutions. This discipline mainly focuses on society, its functions, its members and its diversity. Sociology's subject matter is diverse, ranging from crime to religion, from the family to the state, from the divisions of race and social class to the shared beliefs of a common culture, and from social stability to radical change. These are the goals of sociology. 1. To guide in understanding interpersonal factors. 2. To build a better understanding of mankind. 3. To aid in decision-making in the micro and macro level. And 4. To gather systematic information from which to make a decision, provide insights into what is going on in a situation and present alternatives. The following are the scopes of sociology. 1. All things human. 2. Interactions between two individuals. 3. Complex relations between groups of people. And 4. Social processes and forces. And the key points for this sessions were the disciplines of social sciences, such as anthropology, sociology, and political science. Oops! Before I forgot, the following are the scopes of political science. 1. State and government. 2. Political theories and institutions. 3. Internal relations and international law. And 4. Relationship between the individual and the state. If you have questions regarding to our topic, feel free to ask or comment down below your question to the comment section. Thank you. Before I end this session, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Sir Artie's YouTube channel. Gracias. Note: to download the presentation, read the description below. This is the end of our session. Thank you for watching and listening. If you find this session helpful, share this video to your colleagues. #sharing is caring. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Sir Artie's YouTube channel. Note: scan the QR code for your reading materials. This is me, Sir Artie, signing off.